Hey everyone, welcome back. As I'm sure many of you have noticed, I haven't made an SCR related video in a long time, and I think it's finally time to properly address why that is. Roughly 8 months ago, I began to lose interest in SCR. It started off as a slow decline where I just played it less and less and focused on other games. It slowly led to not playing the game for weeks at a time. It was shortly after I lost virtually all my motivation for the game that the issue that sparked the Will SCR Ever Recover video came to be. Now, before I get into the rest of this, I think I need to explain a bit about myself. I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, better known as ADHD. This causes my brain to work a bit differently to most people's, among other things. But one of those side effects, as you could say, is changing focus and interests very quickly. This is a contributing reason to why I moved on from SCR so quickly, especially after the Will SCR Ever Recover video. There just wasn't enough to entertain me, so I moved on to other titles like British Railways or PTFS. ADHD is also a key reason that contributes to my motivation to make videos. An example is that the only reason I had the motivation to make the truth behind the lack of SCR content is to use the instrumental piece at the end of the build-up to a happy ending, as you could say. While I know becoming a large SCR creator at this point in time isn't easy, if it weren't for my motivation to use that piece, I probably wouldn't have made the video. The same logic applies to many other videos on my channels. Another thing that hurt my motivation was the objective flop of that video. I was hoping it'd have the same success as the Will SCR Ever Recover video, since it had even higher production value. I had spent over 12 hours editing it, and it had comments from some of the biggest creators in the space, but that never happened. The video to this day has less than 1,000 views. As you can imagine, this really hurt my motivation, as I felt like I just wasn't capable of making content that people enjoyed watching. This is also why I moved more to streams, since it meant I got content out, but numbers didn't really matter, and I didn't need to worry about spending a day editing just for it to go nowhere. A few other reasons are those covered in the truth behind the lack of SCR content video, such as the burnout, fatigue, and lack of updates, but you can go watch that video to learn more. Now, this doesn't mean I'm never going to make SCR content again. I still have a very special place in my heart for SCR, and so many friends tying me down to the game. Not that I'd want to leave if they weren't there. I think, like many other people, I'm just waiting for SCR to release 2.0 and hoping there'll be enough new content to get me back into the game. And I think if I can find the motivation to start playing SCR again, you guys are almost guaranteed more content. However, I'd take that with a grain of salt, since I just don't have the same motivation for making content that I did last year. I have a lot more going on offline that I always need to prioritize. I do still care about my audience and want to make content. It's just hard, but I promise I'll always be here. I don't plan to leave YouTube anytime soon. Anyways, that's about it for today. I don't think I'll post another video for a while, but we'll have to wait and see. Bye!